So I know I did this video on Vlaire, but hey, sometimes I just like to bring these videos back because a lot of people didn't get to see them, so yeah. And this is going to be my review of Ghostbusters Transformers, Ghosts of Cybertron. This was written by Eric Burnham, who has pretty much been doing all of the Ghostbusters comics since the beginning in IDW. So, yeah. Also, it's cool to see that Eric Burnham, funny enough about Transformers, he's going to be writing the new Beast Wars comic over on IDW as well. So that's going to be really cool to see. So, Ghosts of Cybertron... Oh, excuse me. Ghosts of Cybertron is a very interesting concept for a comic, because you wouldn't think Ghostbusters and Transformers together. But here's the story. Here is the story of it. So in this continuity, there is a Transformer named Ectotronimus, who is a character they just made up because, for those who don't know, this was made in part of promotion for a new Transformer vehicle that was the Ecto 1, and Optimus had a color coding for Ghostbusters as well to celebrate the 35th anniversary. And keep that in mind because I'm going to talk more about that. So in this comic, Ectomus is following a spiritual signal that goes to Earth, and the Ghostbusters run into it. Who is this spiritual signal? It's none other than the villain we all expected for this comic, Starscream's ghost. And what happened was, in this continuity, the Autobots lost the war and are kind of on Earth, are kind of out in space, excuse me, and Megatron and Decepticons are ruling over Cybertron. That is until Gozer shows up. Yeah, Gozer shows up and destroys the planet. Destroys Cybertron, kills all the Decepticons, and has turned them into ghosts. Yeah. Keep that in mind. So in this comic, Starscream's ghost is trying to find a way to kind of like rule over his new situation, and even brings in a new version of Kremzeek. If you guys remember Kremzeek, he was a villain. He was like a one-off character who antagonized the Autobots in a episode of the original cartoon. So, yeah. So Ek, now going by Ectotron, teams up, along with Optimus, with the Ghostbusters to stop the Decepticon ghosts from, wrecking shit. So, remember when I said in this review earlier that this was meant to be promotional? Yeah. So, for those looking at the covers going like, oh, we're gonna see, like, all these Autobots team up with the Ghostbusters, it's gonna be cool. Nope, it's just Ek and Optimus who are in this teaming up with the Ghostbusters. Who the Ghostbusters are like, alright, alien robots. Okay, this is new, but I can roll with it. And I love Eric Burnham, so keep that in mind that this was meant, if you can accept the fact that this is all promotion and not like a full-on crossover, it is a full-on crossover, but like at the same time it was meant to be promotional. And that's what you're going to have to expect with the Transformers Back to the Future crossover that just started. And that was also kind of the reason why I wanted to do this review again, because of, yeah, it's the same thing over again with the the Transformers Back to the Future thing, because it's just more promotional stuff. But hey, we're getting the comic crossover of it. So, who knows? Maybe we'll get a Ghostbusters My Little Pony one after seeing that toy that came out from Hasbro. Anyway. So this comic is more Ghostbuster than it is Transformer, and you all know me that I'm not a big fan of when they try to tip one over in the favor of the other. But I will give Eric Burnham this, is that one thing you have to look at with Burnham's writing, especially in Transformers, Ghostbusters, is that he nails all the characters. He legit knocks it out of the park with every character in the comics. He really does knock it out of the park with every character. Like, you can just hear Dan Aykroyd as Ray. You can hear Bill Murray as Venkman, He's so good with the dialogue, and he was really good with the dialogue for Optimus as well. And there's some really great humor in here that just made me just laugh out loud. There's just some great humor in here. The artwork is very good. Hang on, I'll show you the comic. I should have brought this out the moment I did this review, but whatever. I'm stupid. Yeah. So, this is a 5-issue miniseries. Honestly, I feel like this could have been a 4-issue. But at the same time, it's still a fun comic, don't get me wrong. Like, just check out the artwork real quick. Yeah, I love it. Of just how, like, how the artwork really complements the Transformers as much as it does the Ghostbusters. Hang on, I really want to show you, the Gozer they used for this comic. Yeah, so one sec, I want to... Yep, there we go. There's Gozer, and check it out. You can even see the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper as Cybertronians. Yeah. This comic is a lot of fun. You can probably find it in trade. I was waiting for trade, but I saw it in single issues for $10 in total, and I went, I know I should wait for trade just for saving space, but at the same time, I'm like, damn it, I'll just get it now. So, yep. This is a lot of fun, as long as you take into the account that, yes, this was meant to promote a toy, but to be fair, that's Transformers on a whole. That's literally promoting toys is literally what Transformers is all about. So keep that in mind, but keep that in mind that you're not going to see like a lot of the other Autobots in here. So if you can just appreciate that and the fact that we actually got such a wild crossover, because no one thought about Transformers and Ghostbusters crossing over, let alone now going to be having Transformers with Back to the Future. So I'm totally fine with if they keep using these toys to make comics to promote the toys, as long as they're really good. And like I said, Eric Burnham, given what he's got in here, is a lot of fun. So yeah, I recommend this. I think it's in trade for about $16, $17, so it's not a big loss, and I think you'll have a lot of fun if you are a major Ghostbuster and Transformer fan. And the fact that we got this novelty alone. So, yeah. So, you guys tell me in the comments below, if you've read Ghostbusters Transformers, what did you think of it? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.